as President of the Security Council and hand over to the Permanent Representative of the Syrian Arab Republic.
Shukran.
Thank you, Madam President. At the outset, I would like to congratulate you on assuming the presidency of the Security Council for this month. And I would also like to thank your predecessor, the permanent representative of the Russian Federation, for his successful leadership of the work of the Council in the past month. Madam President, at the outset, I would like to renew my country's condemnation of the use of chemical weapons at any time, anywhere, by whomever, and under any circumstances. In this vein, we repeat our rejection of the false accusations and lies that some accuse my country of, and reaffirm Syria's full and transparent cooperation with the OPCW and its fulfillment of all its obligations under the Chemical Weapons Convention. In 2013, the Syrian Arab Republic took a strategic decision to accede to the CWC. It showed an immediate commitment to implement it even before it entered into force in Syria. We provided detailed information about our chemical program, then destroyed our stockpiles and production facilities within a record time. This is attested to by the relevant reports of the OPCW. Madam President, I would like to point out some relevant aspects on the issue under consideration. First, the Syrian National Authority submitted its monthly report number 112 on March 15, 2023, and the report number 113 on April 15, 2023, on the implementation of the decision of the Executive Council of the OPCW dated November 15, 2013. Second, with regard to the work of the Declaration Assessment Team, DAT, I would like first to clarify that the Syrian initial declaration was submitted within a very short period of time, relying on limited experience. That's why this team came to help Syria, with its consent, to make its initial declaration consistent with the provisions of the CWC provisions. Therefore, the DA team cannot and must not be considered an inspection team in any way. A reduced team from the Declaration Assessment Team visited Syria twice this year. The first from the 17th to the 22nd of January, and the second from the 12th to the 19th of April. During the visits, the Syrian National Authority provided all the necessary facilitation and cooperation to ensure the success of the work of this team. Several consultations were also held with the Syrian National Authority during both visits, touching on many aspects on some unresolved issues in the declaration. We also facilitated the visits to some sites, the collection of some samples, and interviewing some witnesses. The conduct of these two visits by the reduced team, and by the way, it is the same declaration assessment team, only without the one expert that the OPCW's Technical Secretariat insists on sending. This reduced team has undertaken all the activities that were carried out by the DAT during all the previous 24 rounds of consultations, which made it undertake its work as normal in a way that is not different at all from any previous rounds. And this begs the following question. Why does the OPCW's Technical Secretariat refuse till now to hold the 25th round of consultations, so long as the reduced team has carried out all the activities assigned to the DAT? Or is the aim to solely provide pretexts for others to make false accusations of non-cooperation against Syria. Third, turning to the inspection activities at the facility of the Scientific Studies and Research Center. The report of the inspection team on the 9th round conducted in September 2022 was issued in March. It indicates Syria's cooperation and the inspection team's ability to implement the objectives entrusted to it. And there were no mention of any activities that run counter to the convention. Regrettably, the monthly report of the Director General, as well as the briefing of Mrs. Nakamitsu today, did not refer to the results of the report of this round, nor the results of the report of the inspection team in its 8th round. The Technical Secretariat does not address such results when they report the full cooperation of Syria with its teams. Doesn't that beg a serious question on the impartiality and balance that should characterize the reports of the Director General? Fourth, Syria welcomed the holding of high-level consultations meeting between the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates, the Chairman of the Syrian National Authority, and the Director General of the OPCW. Syria looks forward to holding it as soon as possible after an agreement on its agenda is reached. Fifth, the Syrian Arab Republic has continuously underscored the need for the fact-finding mission to reform its working methods, address its serious defects, and make its reports professional and impartial. Yet Syria continued to cooperate with this mission. It received its teams and provided it with all possible facilitation and assistance to make its mission a success. Syria is still awaiting the fact-finding mission's issuance of reports on the incidents that Syria reported on. Madam President, to conclude, the Chemical Weapons Convention, like other international conventions, was drafted on the basis of a delicate balance between the rights and obligations of the state parties. Thus, the claim by some countries of Syria's non-compliance with the CWC at a time when they worked on depriving Syria of its rights and privileges as a state party to the convention, runs counter to the spirit of that balance between rights and obligations enshrined in the convention. This comes in addition to the biased and unprofessional way that the Technical Secretariat is handling the case of Syria, by focusing on obligations and ignoring rights. My country continues to work openly with the OPCW. Despite its Technical Secretariat's deviation from its technical and unbiased nature set by the CWC, the responsibility for correcting this deviation rests on the shoulders of the state parties to the convention, so that the Technical Secretariat regains its course and become an impartial tool in the implementation of the CWC. Thank you, Madam President.
I thank the representative of the Syrian Arab Republic.